Hi, Mom, it's me, your son, and welcome back to Halloween Horrorfest Spooktacular 2021 Origins, Part 3, The Return, Unrated Director's Cut. And today is our first Saturday sequel where I will recommend a movie. It's a sequel to a franchise of a movie that you know and love, but not the one that you're thinking of. Don't worry, you get used to it. 1974's Texas Chainsaw Massacre is an absolute powerhouse of horror. It is endlessly upsetting, but iconic. It is able to skirt the line between gritty realism and extreme exaggeration with subtle expertise. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2? Hey guys, what the hell is this movie?
After more than a decade of silence, he has come out of hiding.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 is a 1986 sequel to the original film, both directed by Tobe Hooper. When a radio DJ named Stretch records a caller getting murdered live on air, she unwittingly gets lumped into an investigation into a cabal of crackpot cannibalistic Texan weirdos, the infamous Sawyer family, responsible for the eponymous Texas Chainsaw Massacre some 12 years prior. What ensues is a bonkers and cartoonish spiral into cinematic insanity, a living episode of Scooby-Doo that's equally violent and silly. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 is so unlike its predecessor, it plays like some kind of parody of itself, as if it was a film by a foreign film director that was hoping to break big into America with their first real Hollywood movie, and fails spectacularly. But shockingly, this one is directed by Tobe Hooper, the man himself who directed the first movie, proving that the man is chaotic evil. It's as if he foresaw what someone else would do with his IP and decided, hey, I might as well be the one to do it. Strangely enough, though, I kind of respect him for doing it. This movie is so bonkers. It is somehow simultaneously absolutely obnoxious, but strangely and uniquely stylish at the same time. It is quirky and colorful and immensely sillier than the first one, and manages to crank everything up to 11. I have to admit, I kind of like this movie. Like, I get what it's going for, and I don't know if it pulled it off 100%, but I respect them for going there, especially for having the balls to be as strange as it is. Caroline Williams is iconic as Stretch, and Bill Moseley gives a unique and strange and memorable performance as the oddball Chop Top. And Dennis Hopper! He's in the movie! Unfortunately, this one loses points for just not really being scary, which is a shame because the first movie is just so viscerally, gut-wrenchingly gross and terrifying, and this one's just kind of more like a live-action cartoon.
I'm bringing it down! Down, down! Bring it all down!
Not bad. It's fun. It's just very different. And while the first Texas Chainsaw is unbridled horror, this one takes a strange but deliberate 180 turn into dark slapstick. For those among us who love the horror canon, this is a must-see. It's a surefire good time. But for those who are looking to capture that same feeling that they got catching the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre on a CRTV in the middle of the night, this one's probably not going to do it for you. 4 out of 10, with one big smooch for being fun. Pretty sure that this one's free to watch on Amazon Prime, maybe that AMC Plus, I don't know. There's a lot of streaming services these days. Catch it somewhere. That's our first Saturday sequels in the books, and hey, only 29 days left till Halloween. And be sure to come back tomorrow for our first Sunday classic, where I'll talk about a horror movie starring a horny bug man that isn't Paul Giamatti. And if you want to follow along on this year's Halloween Horrorfest Spooktacular list on Letterboxd, click the link below. And like and subscribe.